Well, good morning everybody. We're back out in the Alphard today. We are heading down to Hayling Island, just for somewhere a bit different to go really. But I'm not on my own this time. In the back we have got my puppy, young little Roxy, who's chilling out in the back. She quite enjoys it there. And in the passenger seat next to me, got my wife, Amanda. You're right.
Yeah, thanks. I like the fact that I'm after the dog.
Well, yeah, everybody wants to see the dog, so
Okay.
yeah. Anyway, got a lot to look at today, so let's get on down to Hayling Island and give this van a good drive out. Well, just after the bridge into Hayling Island, which I believe is the only way in and out of the island, we came across this fantastic little car park, which is where we parked up. It's a free car park, so that's all good. And best of all, it's right by the sea between Hayling Island and the mainland, I guess. And I also know it's the start of a little track that we want to have a look at and give Roxy a good chance to have a walk around. Follows an old railway line, so let's go have a look and see what we can find. Well, I've got to say, although the sun is shining today, the wind and the sea is quite choppy, to say the least. But we'll never mind that, we'll persevere. Roxy needs a good walk out. And if you're wondering why she's got a jumper on, it's because she had an operation the other day and just recovering, so it's only small walks for her. Anyway, Hayling Billy Line, which is the walk we're walking along today. It is a old train track line that used to run from Halin up to London, and there's one particular area that we just came to that I really wanted to have a good look at, is where it used to cross over the sea and make connection with the mainland. What I've seen is there's still the remains of the piles, and even thrown down by the side there's some little remains of the old tracks, so yeah, it's quite promising to see what is going on here, and it looks to be quite a nice place to go and explore, especially if you are a train enthusiast. Let's carry on and get Roxy out walking. So our next stop along this path is the oyster beds, and we've just found the entrance to them, which I love oysters, so I'm looking forward to seeing this. But just outside, along the path, we found a field with some shaggy cows, which are, well, they look awesome here. They're just so shaggy, their horns are shining, seem so playful. I think they're quite young cows, but they are great to see. Anyway, let's go and look at the oyster beds and see what's going on here. Well, we're walking alongside the mud flats and the oyster beds now, and what I've just read is that the oysters have been farmed here since Roman times, so it's obviously been here for quite a while. And although I can't see any oysters here anymore, I don't know if it's still in use or what. But what I can see is there's an opening in the mud flats where obviously high tide water comes in, and I guess the oysters come in at that same point, and then when it drains out at low tide, that's when the oysters are farmed. I could be wrong, I could be completely wrong, just making an educated guess on that by looking at what I'm seeing. I've not really done any research into this, it's more I'm just going out to explore and see what is going on. But it's a shame, I could do with some oysters. I do quite like oysters, I've got to say. Well, we're venturing further along looking at these oyster beds, and we came along to the Solent on the side, where we can just see Portsea Island and Portsmouth in the distance, which I've got to say actually is looking pretty good in this light, considering it's weird light, but The sea just looks so blue at the moment. I know it's going to be cold if we tried to jump in there, so we're not going to try it, but it just looks so blue and inviting. Fantastic. So we've rejoined the Hayling Billy line at North Hayling Halt, which is the site of a train stop, but one that had to be requested. I've just read on the sign, so kind of interesting. Obviously, there's nothing existing here, but it is another little car park. So if you're looking to come here in the future and the other car park is full, North Hayling Halt is another place to stop and park up. But what I like here, and I've spotted these, they've got these old gates. Well, I say old, they look like they're to do with the old train stops, so keeping in line with the old trains. Anyway, next stop is the Pillbox that I know Murder is particularly excited for because she's into her urban exploring, particularly with pillboxes. Oh well, there's been a bit of a walk down from the Hayling Halt, and I can just see it coming into our periphery, a pillbox. I know man has been particularly excited to come and see. And here it is, on a World War II pillbox for keeping guard on in case England ever got invaded. Let's have a look and see what we can see on the inside. Fortunately, it's behind this fence. As you can see, there's a lot going on. I would have been housed a few people to come and have a look. And keep an eye out across the sea to see what's going on. There we go. Well, there we go. I think this is as far as we're going to go on this walk. So I think we're going to head on up to the back to the Alphard, the Alphard, and get us a bit of lunch. Right, well, back in Alfie, the Alphard now. Just made ourselves a nice hot drink, and we're going to drink, and we've brought ourselves along a bit of a packed lunch, a bit of a picnic that we're going to eat before getting out of here. Been a nice little walk, I think. Nice to, well, Roxy certainly enjoyed it. There's one particular bit that I absolutely love, the shot when Amanda was over something, looking over like a hump, and out Roxy's up there with her head up looking at you. Love that shot. That's going to be one of my favourites. Anyway, thanks so much for joining us. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you've been to Halin Island, let us know. And if you've been on the Billy line a walk, also let us know. Till next time, take care. Lovely.